It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Raiders and the Bears. Next on Madden NFL 24.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Chicago Bears. With my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, these Chicago Bears, they come off a tough year at 3-14. The most losses in franchise history. What can they look to build around here in 2023?
Well, it starts with their quarterback, and you know that he is a heck of a player for them, but they've got to get better on the defensive side of the ball. Head coach, defensive background, he's trying to amass that kind of talent and become the monsters of the Midway once again.
And then for the Raiders, this is a tough team to figure out. They stumbled home to a 6-11 finish last year. But you say if they want to turn things around, it has to start on the defensive end.
It certainly does. And while they've had some dynamic pass rushers along the way, they've needed more, and they've added them now in free agency and the draft, as well as some new faces on the back end to help shut down people throwing the football.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Justin Fields.
We all knew Fields was an incredible athlete coming out of college, and last season, he unleashed it upon the NFL. Ran for over 1,100 yards and would have broken the quarterback single-season record if he had played the full season. He also threw 17 touchdown passes, and that's the next jump for him. More consistency as a passer.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And this will be a Bears first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, it's Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Could we get a touchdown to this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And again back to commit. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Fields. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw, Fields. And going to find the open man. That's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play. Let's go, fellas. Let's run. Let's go. Let's be smart. Let's go.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Again, Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Santos' kick is up and through, and we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been all about the defense. Just a lone field goal in that first half. And as a result, not too much available in terms of highlights. But that's okay. We've got a full half to go. And to bring it your way, let's get back out to Brandon and Charles.
Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that
rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Give Ngakoue credit on that play and for what he's done throughout his career. He's been on 5 teams across the last 4 seasons, but has never stopped producing. At least 8 sacks every single year, and he's still only 28 years old.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Here's Jones. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to take this home, they'll run. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. On the return, Carter. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So Garoppolo and the Raiders now down by 5. 30 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Garoppolo. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Down the sideline he goes. Down the right sideline. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Garoppolo going to stay on the field with the Raider offense. They'll go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. Here comes second down. Now Fields. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at